one of the most expensive requirements, which was completely in line. Most of these requirements are in line with styling desire anyway. I mean, we're not in opposition to any of them, but this one is absolutely in styling's territory. You can't press a car in one hit.
You mean pressing the steel panels?
Yes. You can't make the steel panels in one go. You have to join them together. And this is a curse of cars right across the history of cars. And even cars, if you look at cars, if you like, even previous ones, the Citroën DS, the Rover 2000, cars of that quality, all have joints visible through here. Some of them are tricked and they disguise them very cleverly, and others aren't so clever. But they have to have trims or some sort of device over a joint. So when we're looking at these potential joint areas, there is a real risk if you use the completely logical way of showing a joint, because it's an honest thing. You're tending to show a car's feet of clay. You're showing how it's put together like a Meccano set, and that's exactly the opposite to what you want. You want to communicate solidness and integrity of surface. No one wants to see joints. People just want to see beautiful painted surfaces. Now, most cars these days, and probably around about the time this was introduced, were putting joints, because they all wanted to avoid joining through there. So they were putting joints onto the roof. And look at cars in general. I would say perhaps 85 to 90% of them have actually got a trough in this area with a rubber or plastic strip in it. And that's because they can press the side of the car in one go, but they can't press the roof with it. So they join the two together on the roof. But we had, again, I mean, that's mass production and a complete opposite to what Rolls-Royce was trying to communicate. So what happened is we talked to the supplier about going through this area. This is pretty well how far down you can press with part of the roof. So this bit is attached to the roof panel. And round about here, there is an overlapping joint, which is made good. It's usually something like brazing ground off, because a big issue was the toxicity of lead loading. Most classic cars, unfortunately, have got a lot of lead on them, because lead was very easy to spread. You could use a blow lamp almost on it, and you could spread it like, well, you could spread it like golden syrup almost. It was so soft, and then you made good. But it was not conducive to longevity of the guy doing it. I mean, it was dangerous, frankly, and people were, when they were still having to do it towards the end of a car's life, they were wearing spacesuits with air tubes on the back. I mean, when I was at Chrysler UK, they were literally having guys with spacesuits doing lead loading. It was so dangerous, so it had to go. So, but the people at Pressed Steel Fisher who made this body were able to use some of their best people to smooth this off, but not use lead. It's a very, I mean, when you look at this surface, it's curving in two directions, and it's subtle stuff, and it is a work of art of the metal worker to do it, but you'll never get problems. If you lead load, apart from the short term of the guy's life doing it, potentially, you get micro blistering, which you could never completely guarantee wouldn't happen. So under the paint surface, you could get problems with paint erupting underneath because of the lead problems. So it sounds a bit dull and boring, but if people's lives are involved, a solution had to be found, and this was a solution used on this car, because that surface really is perfect.
Was that a new technique Rolls-Royce were using?
I think it was the only one that was available, and in all fairness, a lot of manufacturers wouldn't have done it. It's only the fact that they were building these body shells in relatively small numbers, maybe 3,000 or something a year, whatever that particular year was, that I mean, you were talking to people who didn't want to do it. I mean, the people who own the company just didn't want to do it, but you're saying, well, we've got to do it. So they say, right, we've probably got half a dozen people, those aren't on holiday or whatever, who can actually capably, and they did it.